Just want to welcome you all here to Lombardi Sports, an anchor institution in the city and county of San Francisco, at least for those of us that grew up in the city. It's a generational responsibility to shop at Lombardi. I say that not as mayor, but as a fifth-generation San Franciscan. And I'm very appreciative that they open up their business to us today and will open up their books to us today in terms of exposing one of the areas where we think we can make a real impact in terms of reducing the cost of operation here in the city and county of San Francisco for businesses like Lombardi, both large and small business, and reduce our greenhouse gas emissions at the same time. Oftentimes businesses don't have the opportunity to reflect and look outward at making an investment that will save substantial amount of money, not necessarily today, but 6 months from now, a year from now, 6 years from now. And that's why we're here, to announce our next effort and our own reinvestment strategy locally. And this is, by the way, part of our local economic stimulus strategy we announced a few weeks ago, to begin to focus in a more strategic way on reaching out to small businesses throughout San Francisco and doing energy audits and providing resources, upfront contributions, capital dollars to help businesses retrofit, to replace lighting, to replace air and heating systems, to replace refrigeration systems, to make sure they're more energy efficient and make sure that there's a real cost savings as well as a greenhouse gas savings. We call it Energy Watch. In the last 2 years, over 1,500 businesses have benefited from our Energy Watch program. We have saved the equivalent of $22+ million a year for these small businesses in terms of their energy costs. That is not insignificant.
This business that we're in today, Lombardi Sports, has been here over 60 years. They made a commitment to the future, not only of their bottom line, but their employees. The light is better, and to the future of humanity through saving greenhouse gas. So right now, it's my great pleasure to introduce Steve Lombardi.
We cut our electrical bill in half. So the electrical bill was $6,000 and change. It's now $2,500 to $2,700.
So the question I asked you is, what took you so long?
Like I said, I was waiting for you.
That's cute. But,
See, he liked that.
Well, of course I like that. But, I mean, that's an extraordinary savings. I imagine when you initiate this program or this idea was conceived, you didn't imagine that kind of savings.
No, matter of fact, when Charlie first came in, where's Charlie? When he first came in, the savings that were presented were so high that you questioned it. It didn't seem reasonable. But we had metal halide lights in here before, which were 15 years ago, were considered the most energy efficient. And these are all basically a low energy transformer system on these 4 bays. And we also put them on timers, and the timers were Charlie's idea, and that was substantial. It helped about 10 to 20% in efficiency. Right. So we have, I mean, you look at these fixtures in a building this size, about 70,000 square feet. I don't know, we had 250 of them, Charlie? I mean, it's a lot. And so those savings add up. But it's the new ballast technology, if I stand corrected, Charlie, to explain it, but it's the new ballast technology that created all this.
Right. So you're, I imagine, here to say that other businesses should take advantage of
yes,
this same opportunity.
Yeah. It's not big on finance to sell that one. It's easy. It's easy.
Yeah, well, Steve was a hard sell, and as he said, he was skeptical that the $2,500 plus a month were really going to be saved.
I was so skeptical, I made him put it in writing.
And guarantee the savings. And we were really pleased because we didn't know when he took all those old metal halides out what the transformation would really look like, and it made the store look nicer, in my opinion.
Actually, the fluorescents produce a better light than the metal halide. Right. They don't distort the lights on the apparel. So this is actually better. The point is that 15 years ago, metal halide was it. The high bay metal halides were what you put in for energy efficiency. So in 15 years, we've gone from that to this, which is a 50% energy drop, easy.
And Charlie, tell us, you have a company that does this work, and are you laying people off in this economy like everyone else, or you actually seeing business start to increase?
Yeah, actually, we started Energy Watch with 5 employees, and they're now 10.
It's easy. Nothing particularly complicated about this. It's just disenthralling people with the notion that it's hard, that it's just a limiting belief. So it's a mindset more than anything else. And it's getting folks like Steve just to stop for a moment and think. And it's not a critique, it's an observation. And say, you know, where have you, I mean, that's why I joke with them, where have you been all these years? Think about it. You spent $250,000 in the last number of years. You just wasted all that money. I mean, that's serious money. That's all bottom line. That's money that would have gone right back into the business. New inventory could have, I mean, who knows what he could have done with that? Hired all these new folks. So how many thousands of other businesses are out there that are wasting all this money when they could be saving it? And again, you can either grow your way out of a recession, or you can cut your way out. Or you can find that third way, which is to be more efficient and find new ways of doing business, which is the approach that we've tried to take in terms of the government approach to solving this budget crisis. And as a former business owner, certainly the approach that I believe my former businesses are also trying to take. And this is that way. So again, we just hope you promote this. That's why we're here. We want more people to learn about this. We've got another 3.7 million. I just signed legislation, or it's going through the board now, or it's just finally introduced. So the board will pass it, and that's just millions of dollars of more money out there. People need to go out and grab it, get part of this local economic stimulus strategy.